in the summertime, our bigger ceremonies where we have a lot of people come and many days long, this helps pay for that. So we really appreciate you coming here. And I would like our mushum, that means grandpa in Ojibwe, maybe if he wants to say a thing or two, because he's here, look at, he's still kicking. And our grandma over here, Barb Defender too. So those are the founders of the Thunderbird Lodge community, because they're the ones that brought those Ojibwe teachings out here. Without them, none of us would have ever known about that. So, you got anything you want to say, Mushum? You could probably just stand right there. We'll just be nice and quiet and listen. Cookham says hello.
Thank you all for coming. Just like Miguel said, our culture has a long history, and I couldn't put it in just a few words, but they want me to tell you that we have progressive revelation, and that is that we had many different prophets to tell us about how to worship the Great Spirit. And there has been no time where the Great Spirit has left us without some kind of guidance. And so these things that we do here, this is in the prophecy, not these things that all of our ceremonies, because it says at this time we have to go back. So I'm taking the people back to go forward, if you can understand that. Because we have to go back, and we can't go back all the way and say, okay, this is the way that it is as we move forward, but we want to make everybody feel good about themselves. Because all of these things have been, a lot of things have been suppressed. They haven't been taken away, but they've been suppressed by the other forces. And I want to say that our kings have been suppressed. They're the way that kingship should be, and that is they take care of their people, and that they suffer more than anybody in their tribe. They suffer because they know the suffering of that, and they have to be kind and gentle to all the people because they're put in their leadership positions by hereditary positions, and also by all the ladies in the tribal group. And so all of these things that we do, I'm helping people to go back and to find their roots so they can go forward. And this is what they have said in our prophecies about from our eight different messengers that came to us and told us all the things that would happen to us that already happened. All already happened to all of us. And so this is part of this that I'm doing. And I don't know, like, even like this, the things that I do, the messages and everything, the ceremonies, I don't know how long they'll last, but it's just like anything else. The sun sets on everything. The sun sets, there's a big cycle. And then something else that's more beautiful takes its place. There's a big cycle. So that's where I am, in the big cycle. You're all in there. You're all in this big cycle. We're all in there. So
We wear red today in honor of the missing and murdered Indigenous women. 3 of our relatives were murdered or missing. So that is the reason why that we're wearing red in their honor. And I guess that's all I want to say. Just thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting us.
Okay, we're gonna also have one of our newfound friends and members of our community come up, Tom, just to share his experience about what he's learned in the last little while he's been around.
Welcome and thank you for being here in support of everything that Musham just described. The notion of taking us back to move us forward and what are the practical applications of that. And I can speak from my own experience, or as everybody in here would likely have their own story and present it better than I would, but somehow he decided I would be up here to describe it. I could start with a story about a dirty little muskrat that sits at the edge of creation and cries about the heavy gift sack of healing that he's been told to carry. And that's a story that I'll share with you another time, because it isn't about me, and this story's about me. From a practical standpoint, I found this group and the ceremonies that they have and the traditions that they're carrying forward are part of my own culture. I find family members. It turns out Barb and I are related. I'm from Turtle Mountain. My grandmother was born there. And if there was any benefit for me to join this group or participate in the group, I found family and I found healing. I lost my parents in the last very recent time, and through that process I found family and healing. So I go to a certain individual and I say, is that why you do this? So people like myself can find healing and family. And he said, no. And it didn't go quite this way, but I'm going to have a little play with accuracy of events. But the story is true. I found healing and I found family. But that isn't why he did it. And then I carried some stones and I helped at certain ceremonies, and I saw others find family and healing. Maybe they weren't related by DNA, but they found family. They found brothers and sisters. They found cousins, and they found healing. And that was even more beautiful than finding it for myself. And I thought, well, that must be the reason he does it. And as he said, no, that isn't the reason he does it either. And then as I participate more and I show up with water, if I show up with something else, or show up with rocks or light fires, or just hold a space, I thought I witnessed people finding their own healing, and it's even more than witnessing other people find healing because I participated in it. And that was even more beautiful than what I'd found before. And I thought, this must be the reason he does it. And I went to him, and it turns out that isn't why he does it either. And finally, I had to ask, if all these beautiful things, even more and more beautiful, that I'm finding aren't it, what is it? And he says it's because I was appointed. And how much more beautiful would it be than to find healing and family of your own, witness other people find family and healing of their own, and then provide a participation and be part of the reason they found healing and family, but to find out it is why you were born. That turns out to be the most beautiful part of it. And I don't think that it was because somebody came to him with tobacco or with a ceremony that appointed him to do it. I think he was born to do it, as we all are. And if we participate whether it's writing a check, buying a t-shirt, or coming in here with your $20, you're participating in other people's healings, and you can witness that healing. And when you realize that's why you were born, you'll find all the beauty in it, as I found. And I appreciate my brothers, Miguel and Griffin and Corey and Musham and Cookham, true family that have created true healing in me. And I am incredibly grateful. That's it.